Mediums, fortune tellers, horoscopes, and magic. For example, someone goes to a medium and the medium tells her that her husband will have an accident tomorrow. The devil does not know if her husband will have an accident, but so that the devil does not turn out to be a liar, he will cause an accident to her husband. And this is how the accident is caused, and faith in the medium increases, and the same woman becomes the cause of harm to her husband, and her life becoming hell. And then the others come out saying, "He told me, and it happened." Do you understand how the system works? The devil does not know the future. Elder Nikon of Neaskiti of Mount Alpha says, many newspapers and magazines publish horoscopes, and many civilized people read them. So some do it out of curiosity, others to create a humorous atmosphere, and many to see the future of their lives because they believe that they are verified. It's very important that a few years ago in the US, out of 1,750 newspapers in circulation, 1,200 had a special category, a column for astrology. Horoscopes are descriptions and advice given by astrologers after observations of the movements of the stars, and in particularly from observations of the zodiac signs. Ancient astrologers have observed that the stars in their apparent movement around the earth trace a circular path in the sky. This is called the zodiac. This zone is divided into 12 parts. These parts are called zodiac signs. Each part, zodiac sign, has a special name, and it should be noted that those who discovered the zodiac signs were the ancient Chaldeans, and from them the Egyptians first received them, and then the ancient Greeks. St. John of Damascus, accepting the signs of that time, writes that the 7 planets pass through the 12 zodiac signs, and the sun in each zodiac sign makes 1 month, and in 12 months it passes through the 12 zodiac signs. The fact is that ancient and modern astrology admits that the zodiac signs direct the lives of people. These determine the developments of our lives, the lives of states, and even history. But this is not accepted by Christianity. St. John of Damascus states that unlike the ancient Greeks, who believed that the sun, stars, the zodiac signs, etc., influence our lives, we admit that weather conditions are formed from them: rain and drought, cold and heat, humidity and dryness, and winds and the like flood, ebb, and eclipses. But by no means are actions, because we, having become self-governed by the Creator, are masters of our actions. Indeed, we have freedom that God Himself respects, since God prefers that we be condemned freely rather than be saved by force. For salvation without freedom is real slavery and bondage. Without freedom there is neither virtue nor vice, and in such a case there will be neither praise nor crowns. Moreover, according to the same Father, if this were to happen, God would be unjust, since He gives good things to some and sorrows to others. Also, if this were true, then God would not provide for His creatures. The Church does not believe in horoscopes, which are characterized by many as fantastic and absurd, and those who compile them as merchants of hope, because they try to exploit the credulity and hope of people. Besides, science itself denies the conclusions of astrology, because astronomy, which is a science that explores the astral world, is one thing, and astrology, which supposedly tries to understand the language of the stars, is another. A famous astronomer writes, "There is not in our time in the whole world a single astronomer who believes in astrology. The acceptance of horoscopes by Christians shows a lack of trust in God. It reveals the non-existence of faith, or rather, the existence of faith in false things. Man denies personal communion with God and accepts so many paradoxical and naive things. It's preferable to believe in God, to study the Holy Bible, which determines many signs of the future, since God, with His teaching, has revealed to us the future of our lives and how to face the various problems that arise before us, than to study horoscopes. With the Holy Bible and the patristic teachings, we have a specific and God-inspired compass in our lives. Many fears and many false hopes have overwhelmed us. Let us not add more such fears to false hopes by reading and trusting in zodiac signs. Why do we suffer and oppress our lives? We are free people with a path towards God. Why don't we head towards this side and touch? Do we allow our various exploiters to bind our freedom and enrich themselves with our naivety? If we do not want to see this issue from a religious perspective, why do we not see it from a scientific perspective, since according to psychoanalysts, astrology is a parody of science, which faces science with the same erotic smiles with which pop art faces academicism. This is by the Bishop of Naupactus and St. Vlasius. The bishop is Father Hierothos. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.